record that. Oh, g'day, Zai. You there, girl? Hello. All right, tape. 7:30. A good meeting starts on time, as we all know. I'm going to value your time and value mine. No, I probably should give it a minute or two to let people come on if they'd like to. So we're now live. So we're Zooming and we're living. Isn't technology a beautiful thing? Crazy good, eh? Michelle Lee, the world's most accomplished rower. Can row.
Can you see me?
No, I can't. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Great. You just got to turn the video on.
What, me? I got to turn the video on?
Yes, if you want to do the eyeball thing, I'd love to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm new to technology.
Oh, look. Go you. Virtual high five. Well done. Go you. Love it.
This is so exciting. I love this thing.
Right. Great. Imagine what you can do with this for your tribe.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, it's very expensive to do this stuff with what I do. Right. To do this capability across the ocean would be great, but I need a really good sponsor.
Do you have internet out there on the wide blue ocean?
No.
Right.
No. Yeah, there is capability to do it, but it costs a lot of money.
Does it? Right.
Yeah, you need a very, very good sponsor.
You need your presentation that you can send or a webinar for sponsorship.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you're talking. Tell people how important this mission is that you're on.
Yeah.
All right, and we got Zai with us as well. Zai, is that how I say your name, girl? I'm going to take that as a yes, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Where'd she go?
I don't know. There's a little button down on the left as you look at the screen, I think, for your video.
Yeah.
Button, Michelle, left-hand side.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's a video button down the left-hand side.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, and once Zai works that out, Michelle and Zai, I reckon we crank on, eh? What do you think?
Yeah, cool.
Let's get it done. And let me, before I'm actually going to open the floor up to questions in a sec. Can I just tell you currently what I'm planning? Is that okay? You happy to hear about how the workshop's going to look?
Absolutely.
All right. So 3 parts tonight. How the workshop's going to look, what I need you to bring so that you're set up for success, and then I've got a little survey again for you, if that's okay, because I really want to ask you what sort of keeps you up at night, and just a couple of questions, because I want to make sure, again, it's all about tailoring. It's all about tailoring, and what you share will go into our marketing for future. We've already got the next, because 10 spots went so quickly, we've got the next one organised for November already.
Why is it so low?
Hello, is it Zai?
Yes, it is, yes.
G'day, Zai, how are you? Do you know how to...
do you want me to turn my video on? Or
Up to you, girl. Your call. If you would like to.
Okay. But is that all right?
That's great. Is that all right for you?
That's all right.
Good on you. On the couch tonight on Monday night, living the dream, girl.
Oh, yes. I'm ready for bed.
Oh, sorry. Is this
Had a big day, so early start tomorrow.
Oh, good. Stay strong. Well, we're going to keep this short, so let's keep it to 20 minutes from now. How's that?
That's all right.
Cool. Talking about that, Zai.
I don't mind. I'm just making sure I'm ready. It's fine. You're all right. So what would you like to talk about tonight?
So I was just talking to Michelle. So I've got...
What was your plan?
My plan is to talk about the layout of the workshop for the 2 days, what I need you to do between now and then, and what I need you to bring.
Okay.
And then third, just very quickly, and this won't take long, it's just a survey that I'd love you to fill out for me, just so it frames up, I guess, more of the tailoring and the marketing moving forward, yeah? Cool.
Lovely.
And David Campbell's joined us live. So we're actually going live too, team. So we're Zooming and we're living. Is that cool or is that cool?
Yeah, this is like, oh my God, the coordination.
I know. And in the studio too, which happens to be, let's call it a studio. So the layout of the 2 days, team, is that, so there's master your fear and find your voice, right? What's actually interesting is that most of the corporates that I go and do this work in over the past are more focused on master your fear. That seems like a really big thing for them. So people in business, leaders particularly, that have got to go on and present, get freaked out by it. So my work generally focuses on how to get over those fears. What I'm hearing from this group, like I'm seeing Michelle's work, I'm Zai, I've sort of, you're okay on video too. I'm actually feeling like it's as much about find your voice. It's probably more about find your voice than master your fears. That's my gut feel at the moment. And welcome Nathan Parnaby. How are you, bro? He's just joined us live. Good to have you on, man. Haven't seen Nathan forever, so we're going to catch up in October, and we might see you before that. Nathan, we've got Zai and Michelle on Zoom, bro. So, and the reason I Zoomed it is so I can send a link to Doug, who's not on Facebook, or I can send you a link to this video. Yeah. I didn't know there was such a person that's not on Facebook these days. There is apparently still, which is cool. So this was the way that I had the workshop structured. First day, master your voice. Master your fear. Second day, find your voice. Now, with the master your fears piece, I'm going to tell you that one big thing that we find for people that really struggle with public speaking, and that is the preparation that they're going to do. So a lot of people, I feel, and I might be wrong, and correct me on this if I'm wrong, I feel that if people prepped, knew how to do a prezzo. So for example, one of the things that David Campbell's struggling with is, how do I package up all my knowledge? How do I put it into a 10 or a 15 or a half hour? I said to him, Champ, the pressure's on. I'm going to ask you to do it. I think I'll blow it out to 15, because as I speak to people, they go, 10 minutes. How am I supposed to tell my story in 10 minutes? Like some people say 10 minutes, that's like forever. Whereas this group, you're all sort of saying, well, I don't know how I'm going to do it in 10 minutes. So let's make it 15, right? Because I know Michelle wants to put some video in there, for example. And David's got a fair bit of material. How did your talk go the other night, Michelle, very quickly?
Yeah, it was cool, really cool. The kids were really interactive, and went out for dinner with them after, so it continued on afterwards even. Yeah, it was really good. They were easygoing. I mean, look, they were country kids, easy to please. You know, it doesn't mean I didn't care, but about what I presented, but it was just a really different feel, really different vibe.
Nice, eh? Good on you.
Yeah, thanks.
Well done. And the videos went well again, so they sort of worked okay?
Yeah, I really get a sense that it's the videos that they love, you know, because they just can't even picture what I've done. And it's really seeing me sit on deck and make a meal and those little tiny everyday things that they really seem to go, oh my God. So I feel like I really need them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And in 15 minutes, we'll just have to work out how we put them in there. So that you can, you know, in a 15-minute talk, because I want to get you to the point where you've got something on your YouTube channel by the end of the weekend, or something that you can even nearly turn into a webinar, you know, the start of a webinar.
Cool.
I want you to, you're going to walk away with something at the end of this, right? So mastering your fears, that first day is about prepping your material. And I'm going to give you three slideshow templates. So I'm going to give you one for educate, I'm going to give you one for entertain, and I'm going to give you one for enroll. So what I mean by that is educating. No matter what we're doing, it's really important to actually give people information and give them some content. We need to up their knowledge base. Now, I'm just going to, hey, David or Nathan, why do I, if you want to make any comments, please feel free to do that in the chat box, you two guys. I can't see any action from you down there, but I'll presume you're being quiet at the moment. So just make a comment if you need to. So I'm going to give you three prezzos: educate, entertain, and enroll. Here, we're going to teach people something. Here, we're going to tell them some stories. So, Michelle, you're sort of going to sit in here. Zai, you're probably going to be more some educational stuff. You're going to be, what's this look like from a relationship perspective, and how do we, how do we have better relationships based on some of the challenges that you talked through in that video that you sent through to me? Yeah. And at the end,
right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. And yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
And then at the end of the day, what I really want for everyone is that at the end of the day, we actually need to be persuasive and we need to be influential, which means it's okay to sell something at the back end of all of these. So, when we get to a point, so Michelle, you might be crafting a product in the sort of back end here that you might have something in your mind. Eventually, we want to help the world team. So the reason that we present is to sort of change the world a little bit in our own way based on our own personal experience. And the way that we do that is enroll people in our lives and in our programs and take them on a journey with us and help them. So support them through the challenges that they've got. So every good presentation has got at least one of those things, if not all three of them, right? So we're going to either educate, we're going to entertain, or we're going to enroll. If you want to sell, if you want to enroll, we've got to give people content and we've got to tell them some stories, because that's what takes them on an emotional journey, especially our story. Because if they can relate to our story, it's so much easier to show them what's possible. People do business with people that they know, like, and trust. So if they trust us because they know we've been there, done that, so much easier to actually take them on a journey with us and enroll them in our programs, which we want to do, because we're going to add some value to their world. And then we make a promise to them. And we're going to talk in the workshop about public promises, because when you're up front, you make public promises. Like I'm making public promises now to show you what's in the workshop, and we've got to be able to follow through on those and deliver on those. Because if you turn up and I don't give you 3 slideshows, you remember this video and you go, Anton, hold the phone, champion. Didn't you say you're going to give me 3 templates, bro? Mm-hmm. So you follow through. If you make a commitment, as you know, we follow through and we deliver on that. David and Nathan, hope you can hear this. Look, give me a shout out or something if you can. I'm a bit worried that you two guys aren't learning as much as Zai and Michelle. So that's day 1. Now, once you've got your prezzo, so we're going to do a prezzo, at least one. You can do all 3 if you really want, because I'm going to give you 3 templates. In the afternoon, you're going to present those and you're going to go, holy crap, you saying I'm going to build a prezzo, absolutely, in that time. And then you're going to present it to a video, and we're going to do it on live video on here. This is the way I reckon is best. I'm going to do it on live on this page so that they're all there. And you just go down and download it. I know. Don't thank me now, Michelle. It's there, girl. You go home that night, you've got the video. No editing, no mucking around, no video cameras. Live, baby, live. Technology. Love it. So it's going to be there on live video. And we've got a little girl called Taylor Davis. Little Taylor's mum introduced Jules and I to each other 29 years ago. There you go. So she's living on the sunny coast now. So she's a beautiful little girl, and she's going to come along and help us out and do some of the admin. She's studying drama. So I said, if you come and help out, come and sit through the workshop as well, which I know that none of you will mind. She'll help us out.
No.
Make sure we get fed and organised, and make sure the video works, and then we get some live footage. And we're actually going to stream the whole weekend as much as possible. So it's all going to be there. Only on the VIP's page. Cool?
Yep. Love it.
So the morning is prezzos and building presentations. Building prezzos. And I'm going to show you how to create presentations. And David Campbell, this one, I'm not talking directly to you, my man. So I know this is a challenge for you. I'm going to show you how to knock up a prezzo in 10, 15 minutes, bro. Seriously. And it's possible. It is dead set possible. I'll even do one for you when we're there. By the end of this, I hope that presentation building, the penny will drop for you on just how to build them, because all the stuff that you might have done in the past with wordy slides and all that sort of jazz. Michelle, I think you'll probably be halfway there because you're using videos. All we use is photos, very few words. It's just photos.
Yeah.
And it's just the structure of the prezzo slightly different for those 3 things. Mm-hmm. And in a 15-minute Prezzo, which we're going to do, you seriously won't have more than 6 to 9 slides in any of those 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember that the Prezzo is for them, not for us as presenters. Yeah, the Prezzo is not for us; it's for the audience, which most speakers don't realise. Did you know that?
Right.
Most speakers, God love them. God love them. Get up there and they think the Prezzo is for them. I've got to put all my bullet points up there so I don't forget anything. Not for you. It's for your audience, because they got to be focused. They got to be your focus.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about you as a presenter. It's about, so we haven't had a good retreat unless you've had an extremely good time. You know, no matter how good I feel about it, I go, woo, you go, son. Good on you, bro. Well done. Woo, you're rocking it. Doesn't matter. If you haven't had a good time, if you don't walk away with the promises that I've made delivered on, does that make sense?
Yeah, I like it.
So the focus is always our audience, and it starts with that slideshow, and it starts with, and you don't have to spend oodles of time on your slideshow. You can make them really fast, and this might even help you now. If you've got a pen on you, Michelle, great work, and Zai and David or Nathan, and I'll put this in the chat box later on. Pixabay, Pixabay.com. Free images. Beautiful. Something like millions of free images on there. So you put in a search box, job done. We love Pixabay.com, really, really fast and easy. Oh, go, Michelle. What are we drinking, girl? Talk me through it.
This is Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand.
Oh, beautiful. Spoken like a
I didn't realise it today.
Very nice.
Cool. And then I just went to log on
Kiwi.
live, and then I saw the Zoom connection. I'm like, oh shit, my dinner's still downstairs.
Go and get your dinner. Go and grab your dinner. Seriously.
No, I'm good. Thank you. I've got my wine. I'm good.
All right. So the morning is, and into the afternoon, we're going to be building Prezzos, and then we're going to be delivering them early afternoon. We're all going to deliver a 15-minute Prezzo. So that's going to take up a big wad of time. I'm okay with that as long as everyone else is. I want to hear your stories anyway. Like, I love listening to great speakers. And I want to see you craft that message, and I want to see you have the experience of standing up there with a great Prezzo. And guess what? The first time you do it, and I can tell you the first time I do any Prezzos, the first time's clunky. So we're going to do it Saturday up very deliberately, so then you go and sleep on it, and we're going to do it again Sunday morning. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So you'll have 2 versions. And I'm usually...
2 versions.
Make sense? Cool. Now, so on the Monday, so we're going to, on the Saturday, we're going to do that. We're going to build your Prezzo, we're going to present it, and maybe do some feedback, just depending on how much time. Because you'll know, a lot of the time you'll know yourself how you went. Maybe there's going to be for each person, maybe one, there'll be someone in the attendees that really want to give you, look, why don't you try this? That bit hit me in the heart, do more of that, and this bit probably didn't, maybe do less of that tomorrow morning.
Yeah, nice.
And then at the end of the day, we've got Lindsay Adams coming. So I sort of had a bit of work to do. Once I'd committed to getting Lindsay coming on the event draw video, on the competition draw, I sort of was a little bit obliged to call him, and I didn't know. I actually was hoping. He sort of indicated that he'd be willing to come, because he was my mentor. He was my very first mentor as a public speaker. Isn't that beautiful? Now he's going to come along and support. God love him. Beautiful man. You'll love Lindsay. So he's going to come along, and not only is he going to come along, he's going to present the DISC profiling. So I'm going to make sure you get some information about yourself. So at the end of the day, he's going to present what we call the DISC profiling, D-I-S-C. Feel free to Google that. It's a cool little tool that he is a proprietor of, I suppose, for want of a better word, or an on-seller, whatever you want to call it. He's got the rights to sell the DISC profiling tool. And he'll give you some feedback on yourself as a speaker. It'd be nice to have him there, because if he gives you feedback, like he's a really accomplished speaker. National speakers, chairman, amazing guy. Spoken for 20 years probably. Amazing man. So really, really cool to have him there on the Saturday. Cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Cool. Questions, queries, comments? Good for
Yes.
Saturday?
Say it again.
Lovely.
Good for Saturday? Good for Saturday?
Oh yeah, Saturday's like all in the
That
bag.
sounds good.
And it's going to be a big day, team. It's going to be a massive day, David and Nathan. Bring your laptops. Please bring your laptops.
Okay.
So make sure, or a tablet or something. We'll make sure we've got the internet there. Without your laptops, you'll probably struggle because I want you to build a Prezzo. Now, Nathan, for Doug, who's not on this, I think he'll be fine. Maybe he'll have a laptop that he can take down. So that's the Saturday. Then, of course, if you'd like to, we'll all go out and we'll find a restaurant to eat out on Saturday night. Alison will book that for us. And then we'll come back early on Sunday morning.
I'm in.
You're in, Zai?
No. I said I'm in for the dinner Saturday night. For the meal Saturday night.
Beautiful. Great. Michelle, you coming Saturday night?
Oh yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Good.
For sure.
Fantastic.
I'm so excited about this weekend. You have no idea.
I know, I can see it. I can feel it. It's great. And I'm so excited for you, girl.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
We're going to have a blast. We're going to have so much fun.
Yeah.
Such good. And, you know, from my perspective, it's just such a rewarding feeling to take people on the journey to, when you walk in Saturday morning and you walk out Sunday afternoon, you go, holy crap, look at this. Here's my new Prezzos. You might even do more than one while you're there. You know, I never thought I'd work like that. And here's a video that you can use if it works, you know, if you're happy with it, which you probably won't be. Because you'll be perfectionists, I'm sure, like most public speakers. Whereas I say perfection prevents progress. Just get it out there anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to value your time, we've got another 3 minutes left. So the Sunday morning Sunday day is about, again, delivering your Prezzo. So I'm not going to give you much help on the Saturday with delivery, believe it or not, which is a bit harsh. It's more about prep. Because I believe this, and this is just from speaking to people like yourselves, if you do enough prep, the delivery will take care of itself to a degree. And it's putting the finishing touches. It's shining up the whole thing that comes with knowledge about how to present, where to look, where to stand, what words to say, what languaging, what power moves to use when you're making a point, when you what eye to look into, for example, when you're making a point, etc., etc. So all these little things that are really, really important. And yes, you're doing it to a video camera. Same thing still applies. You've still got to imagine that you've got an audience there in front of you, because at the end of the day, you have. And one of the big mistakes people make is that they actually, when they're looking into a video, have you ever seen someone do a video and they're actually not looking into the camera, they're looking into the video themselves and their eyes aren't even looking at you? You know what I mean? Like 3 seconds in, stop. Yeah. So there's a whole lot of little tricks that come up with that. Facebook Live's good because it sort of lets you straight down the camera. So that's Sunday. So it's about doing your Prezzo again.
Yeah.
And what I've got planned is upfront some content. So I want to do some content with you Sunday morning and give you the whole, I guess, some skill set around speaking so that you can take that away and just keep working on those every talk that you do. So we're going to talk about whether you're speaking, whether you're presenting, or whether you're training. So some of you might be doing a speech, which is short. You might be doing a presentation, which is sort of up to 3 hours. Or you might be doing training. So I've got 2 full days today and tomorrow of resilience, and they call it training, which it really is. And a lot of those skill sets are very similar. It's just you need to deliver it differently and you need to manage your energy a bit differently when you've got to go for 2 days and get people's energy up. So we'll talk about what that looks like, because over time, if, you know, Michelle, if you've got a 2-day course in mind, for example, that you'd like to deliver, you know, this will really sort of help you frame up how you pull that together.
Yeah, interesting.
Mm.
Because you've got to bear in mind their energy as well, haven't you? And their concentration, their ability to stay with you.
Mm. And we have the ability to affect that.
Yeah, you've got to keep them engaged somehow.
Absolutely. Good story. Good stories usually.
Right. Tangents. Useful or relevant tangents.
That's and tangents, yeah. And
Yeah.
and taking them on a journey.
Like if I think of some of the great presentations I've seen, so even let's say, every year I've got to go and do my first aid certificate. The first aiders who just every now and then stop and tell you a real life story about this accident we pulled up on the side of the road. They're the ones that I just love the most. They just go off on little tiny tangents, but they're relevant. They're definitely relevant. But they just sort of like, wake you up again. For something can usually be quite boring.
And we'll get you doing that on that weekend. We'll get you working how to work stories into your sessions.
Yeah, nice.
Key skill.
Yeah, sweet.
All right, team. So that's that. Now, what to bring? Please bring a laptop. Please bring all your ideas. Please bring your energy.
Yes.
Please bring any. So if you've got personal photos and videos, Michelle, they're probably all on your laptop. If you've got an external hard drive or something, mate. So yours is going to be a lot of personal stuff, whereas I use a lot of Pixabay.
Yeah.
So just make sure you bring anything that you think you might want to use.
Okay, cool.
And Zai, what we mean by that is any personal photos, girl. Cool. And you might not have.
Oh, right. Personal photos. Oh, you mean?
Not the X-rated ones.
La, 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 la.
Well, we'll get it all happening, won't we?
Yeah. Whatever you've got that you think you'd like to use. Yeah? You get it, Zai, right? And if not, we'll use Pixabay.
Okay, I got it.
So David and Nathan, please laptop and any personal photos you might want to use. And the final part today is, if it's cool, I'm going to put a link to a Google Doc in the VIP page. And if you could just fill out questions, I think there's 4 or 5 questions on there. And in relation to public speaking or to sharing my message, there's a couple of, what freaks me out, what do I want to share, blah, blah, blah. So I'd love it if you wouldn't mind filling that out. That would be super duper.
Okay, so is that now, like you sending that pre, or is that post?
Right now, tonight.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Yep.
Thanks. Because 2 things. 1, more tailorization. And 2, to help me with my marketing. So I'd really appreciate what it is that attracted you to the program.
Sure. Okay. Easy.
Cool?
Yeah.
You. Job done?
Thank you.
Whee! All right.
John, thank you.
It'll be great to be there with you guys. Lovely to meet you, Michelle.
Yes.
Yeah, likewise. I can't wait to meet you in person. Okay. Thanks, Anton.
Thanks, Michelle. Thanks, Zola.
Right.
Thanks.
Terrific.
See you, team.
See you.
Thanks, David. Thanks, Nathan.
Okay. See you, Anton.
See you, Bye. Thanks for coming, girl. Thanks,
Thank
Michelle.
you.
Speak soon. Have a great night.
Yeah. Thank you.
See you soon.
Okay.